All right, guys, how's it going? Did you miss me yesterday? I might have been a bit delicate yesterday. In fairness, on Mondays, I do chill a bit anyway. As you know, Monday, my boy has his day off in America, and we jump on the Xbox on a Monday afternoon. But I was a bit more chilled than usual yesterday, shall we say. I didn't review yesterday's papers, obviously, because I was fucked. But I had a look at them today for you, and I went through Marca, Sport, AS, Mundo Deportivo, yesterday's editions. Before reviewing today's, there was nothing in them anyway to do with Liverpool. All right, so we're going to look at today's editions. I reviewed them in the cafe this morning, and don't forget, if you want a more detailed summary of what's happening with these publications and the latest in Spain, there is a bit of transfer news in there regarding Arsenal, Liverpool. The Liverpool stuff's obviously going to be mentioned in here. Man City. I have recorded a more detailed video for my other channel, Golazo España, because you guys don't want to know about Spanish football, right? You only want to know about the Liverpool stuff, which is this video. But if you do want to know a bit more, it's on my other channel. You'll see the graphic come up at the end that you can click on to go through. All the links in the video description. So let's focus only on stuff concerning Liverpool, right? That's all we care about around here, right? So one thing I did get from yesterday's papers was Valencia's 1-0 home win against Mallorca. Now, Mamardashvili was in goal, so he's the incoming Liverpool goalkeeper this summer, of course. Didn't concede, so that's good, right? The result means that Valencia moved further away from the drop zone. They've now won 5 of their last 6 games. They're currently 6th from bottom, which sounds impressive, but well, not impressive, but in terms of where they have been. But they're only 4 points clear of the danger zone, which isn't a huge gap. But remember, they were rock bottom, weren't they? So they've climbed up a little bit. So FSG were linked with Valencia when they were struggling. We know FSG like a club in crisis. But with Valencia climbing up, then, if they don't get relegated, then I can't see FSG have any interest in them. Anyway, so Marca rated Mamardashvili 1 out of 3 in that game. AS was slightly more generous. They gave him 2 out of 3. So we'll keep an eye on him, or I will keep an eye on him for you, as I usually do. So today is the Copa del Rey semi-final, Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad, second leg. Martin Zubimendi's Real Sociedad face Real Madrid in this evening's game. The hosts have a 1-0 advantage going into the game, and few will anticipate an upset. Zubimendi hasn't had a great season since his proposed summer transfer to Liverpool collapsed last year, and I don't know about you. I know some of you don't care about Zubimendi, but it'll be interesting to see where his future lies next season. I think after a lot of speculation, many people think he'll go to Arsenal. Some people want to tell you Real Madrid are interested, but there ain't a lot of noise regarding that here. I can't see him going to Man City. It just makes you wonder if Liverpool still have any interest. I don't know. I mean, if you asked a bird out and she said, no, I can't at the minute, you know what I mean? Like, don't you fancy a bit of a fling and that? You want to leave him, don't you? Yeah, I'm not happy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it. Do you suddenly lose interest in that chick, or a year later if she said, do you fancy a bit? What would you do? I wouldn't rule it out. Anyway, the game kicks off at 8:30 UK time, and if your mate's got IPTV, pop along to liveonsat.com and that'll show your friend which channels are showing the game. My boy Iago Aspas was in action, and also Stefan Bajcetic. Celta Vigo drew 1-1 with Las Palmas. This was yesterday. Now, Bajcetic, he had a tough time, apparently, but he was played in a back 3 and was withdrawn at half-time. I think that's important, because he played there and he didn't do very well. And people often wonder, about players' versatility and stuff like that. It's only one game, but he didn't do very well. But I'm not sure you can blame him for it. Now, Marca reported, Diego Martinez's plan went awry. Whatever he intended by playing Bajcetic, in the back 3 didn't work. The Vigo native, because he was born there, who was returning home, had a tough time with Alfon. He's the winger. And I think he was the goal scorer as well. It wasn't Aspas, he was just taking it easy. It probably wasn't his fault, as it's not the position he's most comfortable in, but the truth is that he suffered greatly, and the Celta winger tortured him. He was substituted at half-time. Las Palmas switched to a back 4 and suffered less. Celta failed to move into 7th place and Las Palmas remain in the relegation zone, although they are now 1 point closer to safety than at the start of the day. Neither Marca nor AS rated the Liverpool low knee. Wayne Rooney, I'm sure you might have seen these comments yesterday. He's chimed in on the Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid situation. They have a headline which is titled, "This club is as sweet as candy." Oh, I know, hang on a bit. That's to do with, hang on, that's something else. I'll come to that in a minute. That's to do with something else. It says, I've put something here about having to blow it. Stay with me, girls, right? Stay with me. Let's stick with the Rooney thing. I've got it in the wrong way around, right? They say Alexander-Arnold is close to becoming a new player for Real Madrid, although it's not yet a done deal. Everyone's definition of done seems somewhat different these days. Done to me means 100% irreversible, signed, sealed, delivered, can't get out of it. Do you know what I mean? It says here, the only remaining detail is the contract wording and the final handshake. It's 99% certain. They flip between 99 and 90%. The quotes, anyway, from Rooney, if you haven't seen them, were as follows. If Trent Alexander-Arnold moves to Real Madrid this summer, I'm happy for him. I was once tempted to make a big move to Spain myself. He's at a point where he either commits the rest of his career to Liverpool or decides to move to Madrid, who clearly want him. If he left Liverpool for any other club, one might question why. But when we're talking about Madrid, I don't think you can question it. It's the biggest club in the world with an incredible history, so it would be a good opportunity, and I would understand why he would feel it's too good to turn down. Liverpool is his childhood club. It's more of a dilemma, but sometimes as a player, you have to make these decisions about your future. Now, AS, right, they have this article about Malaga's current situation. Now, remember, FSG sniffing around them. They're like a club in distress. And this is the one that said that the club is as sweet as candy. And they write as follows. Jose Maria Munoz, the judicial administrator of Malaga, discussed the potential interest from QSI, PSG's owners, and FSG in purchasing the club. Quote, 5 years ago, I was appointed to restructure the club and bring sustainability and viability. What I love to know is that there are powerful funds interested in buying the club. And he emphasised, Malaga right now is sweet as a candy. You just have to blow on it. Well, I don't know if I'll ever grow up, but I just thought about something, I was going to put something about John Henry just has to blow on it, and then it made me think about Linda and stuff. And I know I'm terrible. I know, but I'm a fella. Do you know what I mean? She's beautiful, isn't she? She's all right, isn't she? And if there's going to be any blowing, would you want it to be John or would you want it to be Linda? I'm a serious question. He continued, I'm delighted. Whoever comes, welcome, and let them take the role, all right? So that was to do with Malaga being as sweet as candy, and someone just needs to blow on it. I had to check the translation. I was like, is this right? And it basically, I did read it, and it basically means that it's just so easy to make a deal happen. It's all there. It's all perfect. It's there. You know what I'm saying, Linda? You know, when they talk about war chest, every time someone mentions a war chest, I think of, that's the only chest that I'm interested in. Right, Xabi Alonso in the market for a right back. Now, there was some reporting today about Alonso being in the market for a right-sided defender, and it might be worth watching. Credible speculation surrounding that, as it could affect our plans, right? Could. Not saying it will, could. Frimpong is going to be on his way in the summer, but to where nobody knows. And I also think you should keep an eye on that, as he's available for a decent fee, which I think is around £33 million or something. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments, let me know. But that's what things seem to be suggesting. Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic offered to Barcelona. Sport reported this, and if you followed me for years, you know I'm a fan of the 25-year-old. I do like him. Liverpool scouted him when he was at Fiorentina a while back, but as usual, nothing came of it. He's got a year remaining on his contract, and Juve want to do business this summer, and the player also wants out, as he's having a frustrating time there. Arsenal have been linked with him for quite some time. But they're being linked with various strikers at the moment, others. So the suggestion in sport is that Arsenal have cooled. Liverpool, of course, are looking for a replacement for Darwin Núñez, but I'm not sure it will be Vlahovic. And that, my friend, is all I have for you this morning. All right, so a few bits and pieces there. There was nothing yesterday anyway, so you didn't miss out. Yesterday's would have just told you about Valencia's result with Mamardashvili being in goal. So I haven't even looked at any highlights to do with that. You know, I like to see how some of his saves are and stuff. So he hasn't been having a great time recently, but I think he upped his game a bit recently. But I don't know how tested he was yesterday or anything. If anybody does know, please do leave a comment. It will help other people out. So that's your lot for now, guys. All right. If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up the video. If you've got an opinion or a comment on anything to do with anything covered in this, please do drop a comment. You should always come back later in the day, I think, to check the comments, because there's some good ones, you know. There's some really intelligent people around here, fucking more intelligent than me, that is for sure. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can hit the super thanks button, the love heart under the video. It goes to good use. I do, you know, spend that in the cafe each morning. I go and do the papers. But if the button's not there, or you want to use another option, of course, there are links in the video description. And I always give a shout out to everyone that supports me in my morning briefings, which are on my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Duncan Holden. There's one on there from this morning where I'm trying to catch up with the last few days. So yeah, that's it. What else have I got to tell you? Yeah, live stream today at 1 o'clock. Wow, it's not long, not far away. Live stream at 1 o'clock. Like I just said, I've done a morning briefing on my other channel. A more detailed summary of what's in the Spanish press today is on Golazo España. I think that's it, guys, to be honest with you. I do. All right, I'll leave it with you. All being well, I will be back in the cafe tomorrow morning for you, and we'll see what's what. Obviously, there's that game tonight, so I'll see how Zubimendi does. Kubo's obviously playing as well, but I'm sure you guys are not too interested in that. But I'll keep an eye on things for you. All right. So, yeah, thumbs up, comment, coffee, job's a good one. All right, guys, see you in a bit. All right.